Previously on Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker.
Oh man, there's a lot of people on the beach. Oh my gosh, look at all those people. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of people just laying on the beach. Yeah, Graha is the man. Oh. The Jewel of Fafnir. Thancred is rested and ready to set out. Had enough rest, have you? You never were one for being idle. Yeah, ready to get going. Right. Varshin bide us come to the Magaduta at our earliest convenience. The others will join us there once they have finished tending the prisoners. Wait. On second thought, you and the Estinian should go on ahead. I need to make a quick detour by the great work. We left Graha in the alchemist's care, you see. Best to fetch him before he's crammed into a specimen jar. Just you and me, then. The guardsman at the gate should wave us through. When we delivered Graha to the alchemist, they were not a little excited. Perhaps it was Nidhana's rescue that brought them joy, but given their fascination with Asinian, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I have a feeling they're probably experimenting on him too. That's what I'm guessing. Yeah, that was a really cool dungeon. And it was interesting what they did with the Magus sisters. Very interesting. Like, they let us fight them individually first. And then, of course, like, the actual boss battle was all three of them. I was like, I hope they have all three of them together for the boss battle. So, that was actually great that they actually did that. With the tower gone, I expect the state of alert will be lifted. Yeah, true. Might have some company. Though I have been to Radz-At-Hans before, this place is a veritable maze. Rather than risking getting lost, we had best ask for directions from this sentry at the fountain. Lead the way, and don't expect me to act as your tour guide like certain others. Oh gosh. Oh, now you're gonna be walking around with me. Okay, cool. You got anything to say before we get going? First, we should seek out the sentry in front of the fountain. Yep, let's do it. Name of the fountain? No idea. Do fountains normally have names? I guess I asked him what was the name of the fountain. Alrighty. Oh, Master Anthony, I presume. I understand you are here for an audience with the Satrap. If you require directions to the Magaduta, I should be glad to provide them. The Satrap's residence is situated in Dharma, the highest peak of Radz-At-Hans. To get there, I would ordinarily recommend a route that takes you by the bazaars in the city's north. Due to the state of alert, however, most businesses are currently closed and the Aetheryte disabled. What? I can't use your Aetheryte. Daggone it. Can I at least attune to it? They're probably not going to let me attune to it. As such, I will provide you with an alternate path. First, please ascend the steps next to this fountain, then continue left. There will be more steps upon ascending them. You will emerge on the Paxa path. Proceed through the large door on the right, and you will arrive at Ravada Fibers. Within, you will find another sentry who will give you further guidance. In other words, we head up. Sounds straightforward enough. Yeah, I was gonna say, all you have to say is just keep going up and you'll find it. But you're telling me I can't use the Aetheryte? Hold on a second. Hold on. There's dialogue and stuff we need to check out. And an Aetheryte that's right over here. So I'm gonna check that out. Wait. There's a shard. Nice. Whoa, look at this. This looks nice. Dang. Very, very colorful. According to the message on the base, this Aetheryte has been temporarily disabled, so I can't attune to it. Well, that sucks. thought I could at least attune to it, but guess not. Whoa. Pretty. Alright, well, we're gonna probably do some exploring. Matter of fact, we could probably just continue this path. There's another ether shard. And a lookout point. I feel like this might be an important place. Should I check it out? I see some dancers. Wait, you know what this reminds me of? Final Fantasy VI. When they had like an opera. And there was somebody singing like next to the pier right here. You can kind of see the outskirts to the water and all that. That's the first thing that came to my mind when I saw this. Crafters go. Whoa, what is that? Okay, I'm not gonna go because I want to go wherever the story needs me to go first. And then I'll check out other things. Ah, yes. I know about this portal. It leads to the nearby isle, the treasure vault of one of Radz-At-Hans' wealthiest families. They took the god out of luck for their guardian, on account of which they occasionally open up a section of their vaults for aspiring treasure hunters to try their own luck, or so they say. There are also coffers hidden across the land that act as portals. Find one and you gain access to the vault. Okay. Something to bear in mind in case you exhaust your funds while on the road. That would never happen. 'Tis a troublesome experience, as I can personally attest. I'm pretty sure you love spending your money. Heading to the Magadota, are you? In that case, please follow this hallway to my right and go through the door at the top of the stairs. You will emerge at the entrance to the airship landing, where another sentry should be on hand to assist you. Incidentally, if you ascend the steps to either side of me, you'll find the workshops of Roveda Fibers. Though you're free to observe the artisans, take care not to lose your way. Cool. I'm going this way. I gotta find all the hidden dialogue, so don't mind me. Whoa. Dang. What a view. Man, you just gotta love the world design that they do. It's very pretty. And I made it just in time for the sunrise too, so I can be able to see the horizon. Yep. Golden hour. Alright, let's go. I feel like that should have had a lookout point. You don't think you ever found this? Wow, did I just find like an area that you haven't even looked at? That's interesting. Considering the fact that you finished the game. But then again, I mean, like, I don't know, maybe you were mostly just focusing on the story. I like to, you know, look around and then explore everything. Oh, wait, what is this place? Oh, this is cute. Dang. Okay. If you are for the airship, I'm afraid all flights have been suspended until further notice. So the state of alert is still in effect. Perhaps it's for the best. That aside, we're not here for an airship. We have business at the Megalodota. Oh, in that case, permit me to direct you. From here it's quite simple, really. Ascend these steps and then continue straight ahead across the bridge. You cannot miss it. Yeah, I kind of found it myself, to be honest. I remember passing by here with Varship. The situation being as it was, he regretted not being able to show us the sights. Life has yet to return to normal here, but when it does, you ought to pay another visit. Though the city is confusing, the food is quite good. I'm partial to Hamza myself. The meat's surprisingly tender and flavorful. We both looked at him. Squack! Squack! As we both look at him, he's like, hi. This definitely looks like a crafting area. Like, whoa. Whoa, look at that machinery. Okay. It looks like it got eyes. But I have a feeling this might be a crafter's place. And none of my crafting is high enough. Alright. I believe this is our last one. There we go, got that one. What's this guy's outfit? Kinda like it. And here we are. Where we needed to be after all that exploring. Greetings and welcome to the Megadota. May I inquire after your business? We are members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and come at the invitation of His Excellency. Oh, excuse me. Ah, of course, we have been expecting you. I will show you into the audience chamber. If you please follow me. They're gonna show a Vitra again?
Are we the last to arrive? I hope we've not kept you waiting.
Not at all. Your comrade is feeling better, I trust.
Much better, thank you. Harness remedies are certainly potent, in more ways than one.
One becomes accustomed to the taste, although I hope you never have cause to do so. Pray, take your ease.
Full glad I am to see you all unharmed.
Valiant Scions, for your heroism, you have my boundless gratitude. You cast down that dire tower and set free its hapless captives. You cleanse their souls of its corrupting influence. No words of thanks will suffice. In place of platitudes, I offer a bounty of warding scales. Pray accept your due reward, along with the goodwill of Radz-At-Hans.
Alchemists throughout the land were put to work in the forging of your talismans. The finished ones have been collected, and now await you at the High Crucible of Alchemia. Present this letter when you are ready to take them into your possession.
We are humbled by your generosity. Know that the inventive wisdom of Radz-At-Hans will be vital in restoring serenity to our star.
Every single one of those scales came from you, didn't they? You must still be in such pain.
Oh man. Yeah, you can see.
'Tis of no moment. A mere annoyance compared to the dreadful suffering inflicted upon this land and its people.
Albeit brief, my involvement in the Dragonsong War afforded me a glimpse of the myriad sorrows which consumed both dragon and man. Though you were half a world away, such tragedies as befell your kin must have affected you deeply. And yet, you chose to live among men.
In the age when that conflict first bloomed, my choice had already been made. In some distant place, man slew dragon, and dragon slaughtered man. Yet no hate could I muster for those smiling faces which did look to me for guidance. Not even my brother's righteous rage could rally me to his cause. I huddled here, secret and still, hoping against hope that which I had built would remain untouched by the chaos and carnage.
Twould seem we share the same desire for peace, great Vritra. To that end, I wonder if we might trouble you with another question. The Telophoroi are intent on recreating the final days, an apocalyptic event which we know to predate the sundering of the star. As the longest lived among us, know you aught of this terrible cataclysm?
Nay. When war and strife drove my sire from his home, he crossed the great expanse with only our unhatched eggs as company. He alighted upon a shattered source, its 13 reflections long since scattered beyond the rift. Of events preceding his arrival, he knoweth naught, save that which Hydralin hath deigned to disclose.
I see. So again, 'tis the inscrutable Hydaelyn to whom you must look for answers.
Right.
Seek you to divine the will of this star? If so, I have a tale which may afford you some small comfort. 'Tis a story from my youth. Many, many years ago. To my sire, I once posed the question, of all the stars in the sky, why didst thou settle upon this one? To which Midgardsormr did reply, 'twas the last bastion of hope. He believed, so long as Hydaelyn endured, so too might dragonkind. Solemn and portentous were his words. What deeper meaning they held, I could not, dared not pursue. 'Tis a stone I've left unturned ever since. Yet take you solace in the knowledge that whatsoever Hydralyn does strive towards, 'tis an ideal which hath earned my sire's conviction.
Thank you, Vritra. You've given us warm reassurance in a world gripped by cold uncertainty.
While I'm sure we all have a great many questions, I think it's time we collect the talismans and be on our way. Our fight against the Telophoroi is far from finished.
We're just getting started.
We must take our leave, but please do inform us if we can provide any further assistance.
Can I use your aetherite? Please? I feel like this is gonna be the same situation.
Prithee, a moment.
Okay.
There is one whom my sire hath judged worthy of honor and respect. The one known to men as Eorzea's champion. This hero of renown and rumor, 'tis thee.
That's me. Midgardsormr, I have crossed paths, yes. I only wish he could have been here. Oh, yeah, be with us now. Yeah, it's been a while since we saw Midgardsormr. It would have been great to have him with us. Yeah, I would say the second one.
I know of his clash with Omega and the long slumber which was his price. Yet even closed in sleep, my father's eyes are far from blind. He is watching over thee, watching over this world. 'Twas a revelation most pleasing that thou, a child of man, had gained amidst Godsummer's trust. But alongside mine elation runneth a rivulet of dread. For upon thy life's reel wind too many threads of fate, power, weal enmeshed with woe. Amidst this tangled knot thou shalt know no rest. 'Tis an endless confluence of forces, a struggle without surcease. More terrible still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm of thine existence.
Just hit us with the deaths of so many of our friends. Thank you.
Take heart and protect them well. They will be your strength and your salvation. The hope thou wilt need come the end. Even cowering behind my curtain, I know the suffering of the powerful. I have watched my siblings driven mad by loss. Thus do I exhort thee to spare no effort to keep thy loved ones safe.
They're like, Anthony, what are you doing? But I will. Do my best.
Apologies. We hadn't meant to interrupt.
It's just that we do have a history of suddenly collapsing, and when you didn't follow us out...
Oh, yeah.
'Tis I who must apologize. I have detained your champion overlong with idle chatter. Go. At war's end, I pray I welcome thee back into my hall, where together with thy joyful comrades, you may toast your triumph.
Yep. Touching. Okay. Alphino, Alize. Alphino, what do you got to say? Our apologies again. I hope we didn't force you to conclude your conversation prematurely. No worries. I think it was coming to an end anyways. So what were you and Vitra talking about? Nothing in particular. Nothing? Very well, if you say so. The others have gone ahead to the High Crucible. Let's catch up to them. Alright, let's do it. You know what? Should have gave some of that experience to some of my other jobs. And it's fine. Like his sisters Tiamat, Vitra is possessed of the gentle soul. I'm glad they're on our side. I agree. The color of joy, and we get some bread. Alphino has a mind to join the others at the High Crucible. The attendant was kind enough to give us directions to the High Crucible. First, let us return to the Mulberry Orchard. Alright, let's do it. You need to work for that Archon. I gotta work for the Archon loaf. Last time I heard, that bread does not taste very good. I understand the mulberries are for the silkworms, grown a stone's throw away from the Satrap's residence. It gives it a quintessential Davarinian flair, don't you think? I don't know. Maybe. From here, we're supposed to follow the path left, past the mulberries. Alright. The word huge apparently means bind in the local tongue. And this district is so named because it connects all others in the city. If we manage to come this far, we shouldn't have trouble finding the High Crucible. Or so I was told. Where the stairs turn, the streets turn. Enter the door straight ahead, then descend the steps. I thought the Crystarium was confusing, but it doesn't compare to Radz-At-Hans. The architecture, decorations, and it make it even harder to give your bearings. Anyway, let's see where this door takes us. Oh, I kinda already have seen it, but let's do it. If you're gonna lead me to this aetheryte, you better let me have to attune to it. If I don't attune to this thing and we leave, I'm gonna be upset. Phew, it seems we're on the right track. Yep. And here's the aetheryte plaza. So far, so good. And there isn't much further to go. From here, we just need to cross to the other side of the hall, then pass through the larger of the two doorways. The High Crucible lines beyond. I suspect the others have already collected the warning scales. Come, let us join them. As I heard it, after you defeated Nidhogg, his scales found their way into the hands of feminine artisans. Steeped in power as they are, it's no surprise they were convicted. Still, it is a strange legacy for the vengeful worm. Yeah? Wait, no. Oh, dang it. Oh, well, I didn't get to talk to everybody. We're last, of course, but at least we found the place. Dang it. I didn't get to talk to everybody. Oh, well, that's fine.
These are the talismans we were promised.
And then they're playing the Endwalker thing.
Yes, and I made a quick count. There are far more than we could have hoped for. Enough to outfit an entire company of soldiers, in fact. Considering the involved process, that they were able to manufacture so many in such a short span of time is nothing short of a miracle.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Once we have distributed them to our allies in Eorzea and the Far East, we'll have a fighting chance to bring down the other spires, just as we did with the Tower of Zot.
Or we could use them to invade Garlemald proper.
Right.
And strike directly at the Talismans' base of operations.
That is true, we could do that.
Of course, we would need to consult with various alliance leaders before such a drastic measure could even be contemplated.
Oh yeah, definitely.
To which end, I could set out forthwith and present the idea to each of our allies in person.
Pray allow me to undertake some few of those journeys. I find myself restless and in need of purposeful duties.
Oh, okay.
I can head eastward. Bosnia and Dalmasca are just a short hop from here. And Doma's shinobi network should come in handy for passing on the word.
We shall share the burden then. Meanwhile, I think it best that you and the others take the talismans back to the Baldessian Annex. We must keep them safe and secure until we've decided upon a course of action.
Sounds good.
Please, I must speak with you.
Nidana, you're awake.
Yes. When I spoke with the carer at my bedside, she told me that one of the Scions, a young woman, had cleansed me of the tower's corruption.
How was they?
It seems I'd been asleep ever since the treatment. But when I awoke and learned you were all still here, I knew I had to come. As you said, Nidana was captured only recently. Such a brief exposure is swiftly cured, so I tended to her before we gathered at Megaduta.
Okay.
And I am truly grateful that you did. I cannot thank you enough. All of you, for everything you've done. Destroying the tower, rescuing our people. You've saved Thavnair from an awful fate.
Yet who hath truly saved whom? Due in no small part to thine inspirational courage, the alchemists were successful in reproducing warding scales of proven efficacy.
That is true. She was the one who came up with it.
Replications of thy work now stand ready to travel across the seas, unto the hands of those who might wield them against this rising evil.
The talisman? Is this true?
It worked.
Oh, I was so groggy from sleep. I didn't even think to ask. Oh, our great work sent across the seas. It was worth it. Oh, it was all worth it.
Is that mine going off or something? Oh! It's a heart balloon.
Look at that. Its color is completely changed.
It went from white to yellow. I wonder what that means.
What do you have there? How unusual. I wonder if the effect is a reaction to Akasha.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that term.
Right, what is that?
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feelings.
You imply that it is distinct from ether?
Right.
Foreign scholars often conflate the two, but we see them as separate concepts. Ether is an energy which permeates the land. It exists within animals, objects, even the air we breathe, affecting all through which it flows. Akasha, on the other hand, exists in a domain beyond our reach. A gift bestowed from on high, or torn from the heavens in some traditions. Akasha can neither be created nor destroyed. It is beyond our power to purposefully alter or manipulate. The only thing observed to influence it is an abundance of, I want to say, spiritual emotion.
Right, that's what I took from the first time we first seen it. Like the heart blooms was reacting to our feelings. So I guess that makes sense about spiritual emotions.
As a veteran of the battlefield, surely you've experienced moments of desperation or exaltation when you've transcended the usual limits of your capabilities.
Yeah.
That is a manifestation of Akasha, the invisible essence harnessed by heart, mind, and unyielding spirit.
I really must hear more about this theory. Our disciplines are based entirely upon the idea that ether is the fundamental form of all energy.
I'm glad my haphazard explanation has piqued your interest. But even for us, Akasha is a somewhat abstract field of study. A lack of practical application lends itself poorly to formalized research. Which is why my analysis of your flower can amount to little more than idle speculation.
Maybe at the moment. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Nonsense. You have nothing to be sorry for. Your insight is much appreciated.
Let me stick that right back in my pocket.
Shall we depart for Charlian then? I will see to it that the talismans arrive at the Annex.
and we will be in touch once our talks are concluded. I suggest you rest while you can. From here onward, sleep is bound to be in short supply.
Maybe. Alright, everyone. Estinian, Graha, Krell, Alphino, Alizé. What are you guys gonna be doing? Interesting. What comes to my mind, yellow usually associates with happiness. If we go with, like, mood colors, I'm just going with mood colors, but yellow is usually associated with happiness. And if the flower is, like, reacts to our emotions and stuff, I wonder what other colors we might see. Blue for, like, sadness. Red for anger. Interesting. I guess we shall see then. The last thing I remember before being absorbed into the tower was you rushing towards me. I can only imagine the hardships you and yours must have had to overcome to rescue us. No amount of words will suffice to express my gratitude, but I hope the flower's radiant glow says everything I cannot. I don't know, I guess we'll see. Alright, I can't attune to this ether right, so I guess we'll just go ahead and return to Charlian. It's good to be back, with the fruit of our labors safely in storage. For now, we have but to wait for the others to return from their respective meetings with the Alliance leaders. As Thinker suggested, you should get some rest in the meantime. Cool. Alright, well, let's do it. I'm 100% sure there's gonna be a cutscene. 100% sure. Appraise me of your recent accomplishments. What an amazing feat to eliminate a tower and pave the way to deal with the rest. While it isn't much, I've changed your sheets and plumped up your pillow. After all, there's nothing like collapsing in a nice clean bed after completing a major milestone, be it pinning a thesis or defeating the final entities. So, would you like to take a look at your new and improved Longines now? Wait, it changed? Did the chambers change? This is the first time I actually seen her desk. Every time I showed up, it was covered in players. Yeah. It's definitely been a while since I was able to see it the first time. Like when I first started playing a little while back, I think there was some dialogue of it. I think I saw it a little bit. But yeah, there's not very many people here, and that's good to actually get to see the NPCs and of course the environment, like this desk and all that. But that's funny. I'm pretty sure when you played it, it was probably far worse. Dun 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 dun. No Arbor, so I wonder what our cutscene is gonna be like. Oh, the flower changed back to white.
Take heart and protect them well.
Oh, hi there.
Good, you're here. You haven't eaten yet, have you?
Hey, what you got there?
We've bought quite a spread if you're interested. Only the finest dining from the last stand.
Oh, okay. You got some good burgers in there? Got some Wendy's in there? You got some Wendy's burgers in there? Oh, yeah, they do got a burger. And I got one. But they got pizza. I want some pizza. Oh, Gra's loving the burger. That's huge. Daggone, that burger is the size of her head. That's some good physics going on.
Lest you wonder, we invited Estinian as well.
Oh, nice. I haven't checked
but
yet.
He refused with a rather grim-faced, "No, thank you." I suspect Sharlayan cuisine is not to his liking.
Really? This stuff looks good.
Oh, I don't know about that. Perhaps our lone wolf just needed some time apart.
Yeah, he has been with us for quite some time.
What? To perfect his brooding stare? Next time, I'll drag him out by the ear, sit him down in front of a Sharlayan feast, and see that he eats every last bite.
Okay.
An excellent idea. Of all people, warriors must take proper meals and rest if they are to maintain a healthy constitution.
Poor Estinian, beset on all sides.
I want a burger that big, to be honest.
Speaking of one's physical condition, Mistress Quile, I hear you recently played literal host to Hydaelyn herself.
Right, which was crazy.
And what an experience that was. Tiring, yes, but no lasting harm done.
Reen handled it fine.
If anything, I should have liked to speak with her longer. I've not felt a hint of her presence since.
Hydaelyn instructed you to carry that flower, yes?
Mm-hmm.
'Twill be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. And then something about seeking joy in darkness, was it? Come to think of it, isn't that what happened with Nidana back in Radz-At-Hans?
The flower did seem to radiate a joyful glow, as if reflecting the elation we all felt. The relief of a people with renewed hope.
Indeed, and in turn, I felt buoyed by that radiance. 'Twas akin to spotting a beacon and knowing we were on the right path. I know we've not yet triumphed over the Taloforoi, or learned the full breadth of the Forum's plans. But even within the midst of our struggles, we find small moments of joy to sustain us. Rare and hard-won, perhaps, but it is this pursuit of happiness that gives us the strength to carry on day after day.
Well, we got... stole his cookie.
That's mine.
To the swift the spoils. Though I recall that levitation spell of yours was quick enough.
Oh.
Only barely.
That cookie
And
didn't
even
break
at
what
my
I
best,
thought.
I'm still too slow to wield it effectively in battle. Mayhap I simply require more practice with this new magic.
Maybe it could be useful later.
You unearthed it from the depths of Numenon, I presume.
Aye, and from a veritable mountain of arcane tomes at that. 'Twas necessary to facilitate my solitary explorations.
Or, to put it simply, you used it to sneak around the Forbidden Archives.
Yes, well, after a fashion. They're tall, you see. The shelves, they're too tall for me. And I could hardly move the library's platforms without attracting attention now, could I?
I always thought he was using it to go to different levels. But okay, the shelves make sense. Oh, y'all gonna leave a donut and a cookie like that? And a muffin? Come on, y'all better eat that. That donut look good. I'm hungry, as you can tell. The moon. Are we pushing it until dawn? Okay. Shall we call it a night? You do know these are my quarters. Say, shall we call it a night?
One last cup of tea, then. Dickon said this brew helps relax the mind before bed. And gave us some leaves for free.
Someone at the door? Oh no, it's just Graha looking at... Oh, green! What does green mean? But I do like it's changing colors based off of what's... Whoa, Zenos. Okay. The moon. Moon shine down. Okay, no. Wrong game.
Ah! Enjoying the bracing cold, I see. Do you not own a warm coat or a cloak? Something in fur? Or fashioned from the skins of your enemies? Or... well, never mind that.
Hey, I like his new outfit.
I come to you once more as the bearer of bad news. Our tower in Thavnir has been toppled, and I need not tell you by whom. Given how many we have at our disposal, the loss of a single spire is hardly fatal to our plans. It does, however, slow the rate at which we siphon ether. If they continue to preoccupy themselves with the towers, then all will be well. But should our foe prove bold enough to strike at us here, then the timing becomes... questionable.
Our foe is bold enough. Of that, I can assure you.
Yes, very well then. I suppose I must prepare a proper welcome. Honestly, talk of your nemesis is the only thing you seem to enjoy. Does nothing else spark your interest?
No. All else is... equal. Equally tedious. Equally disappointing. The world is a tepid bog into which we sink, too weak to thrash as the mud clings to our eyes and fills our throats till we blissfully choke. But then came the light, blinding and pure and hot, so very hot, enough to set my soul aflame. I basked in the afterglow until the void yawned once more, and then I knew the muck would never claim me again. There was naught for me ahead, so I drew the curtain on all that had come before.
I'm really taking in this cutscene because the music sounds so good. And then, like, also knowing what is going on with these two characters is always so interesting.
Burn. Burn. Let the whole star burn. I will have my contest. I will reclaim my moment.
Because it's interesting for these two characters to come together. They have two different goals in mind, but they still work together with it.
How wonderful that the emptiness of death has not dissuaded you from committing your life to its pursuit once more.
Right. I wish the soundtrack come out like right now.
I don't know whether to envy you or pity you.
You question my disinterest, but what of yours? Despite your noisome antics, I sense you take little pleasure in this endeavor.
Mercy, my lord. Such pointed barbs from one who barely acknowledges my existence. Nevertheless, you are mistaken. For I do find this part somewhat enjoyable. You see, when I was mortal, I would always have the same dream. It was a fragmented thing, disjointed, all the faces incomplete. The setting, too, was unknown to me, so I thought it simply a fantasy of my sleeping mind. Until one day, I realized it was showing me the truth. Much as your dream of the final days enlightened you. And soon, very soon, the rest of the world will see the truth of my dream, too.
Yeah, I'm very curious. What is it besides just wanting to destroy everything?
Yes. I think that is something we can both enjoy.
Gosh, what is going on with the moon? What is going on? Oh my gosh. Oh man. That was so good. So good.